Just been coming across a few questions this week about hard orthotics and soft orthotics, and whether you need hard orthotics or soft orthotics, and which conditions the hard ones are better for and the soft ones are better for. And it's a bit of a confusing question, because from talking about hard orthotics or soft orthotics, you would tend to think that there are only two types of orthotics, and really that's not true. There's a huge spread of different types of orthotics that are used for different things. Now, these are the sorts of the shoe inserts that are shaped to fit your feet, and they range from the kinds of inner soles that you can buy at the chemist shop or the sports store or the shoe store that come out of a box, and they're pretty much fit into any shoe, to having something fully custom made, bespoke, from a cast or a scan or a 3D image of your foot. And these sorts of things again can turn out to be made of soft materials or hard materials, and really it doesn't necessarily mean that the orthotic is soft or hard. First, it's important that we remember that orthotics are really only part of the treatment plan. So if you have a condition where we think you're going to need some work to improve and reach your treatment goals, like we'll set some treatment goals with you, and we'll put together a treatment plan that it might include orthotics, but it's probably also going to include what sort of footwear you're doing, what level of activity you're carrying out, what types of activity you're doing. It's going to involve stretching or strengthening exercises. It might even require some splinting and some complete rest for a while. There'll be physical therapies, maybe shockwave therapy or dry needling, injection therapy, that sort of thing. And orthotics might come into the picture somewhere along the way as well. So when we're working out what sort of orthotic you need, we're going to be thinking about the structures that we're trying to support or protect, the types of activities that you're doing, and the types of footwear that you have, the types of cushioning or protection that we want to provide with the orthotic. So these are all things that might mean that some of the orthotic is hard, which is scary for some people, and some of the orthotic might be very soft and squishy and cushioning. So there are different types of materials, and when people talk about soft orthotics, they're usually talking about a foam or EVA orthotic. Now that might look a bit like this, and it's generally a flexible material which can be compressed, but at the same time who'll say, oh, if that's a soft orthotic, how come it's so hard? So really, I don't really consider that to be a hard or soft orthotic. It's just a different type of material that it's made from. Likewise, for many years we've used polypropylene or carbon fiber, which is a really hard material, but it's bendy, it's flexible, and depending on how thick it is and how much flexibility or support we build into it will depend on how hard or soft it is. If you feel as though your orthotics are too hard, it's likely that they're either they're not flexible enough, or that they don't fit properly. There's an issue with the prescription, and that's always something that we'll work with you to address and make sure. And our orthotic manufacturer, Footwork Podiatry Laboratory, stand by their sort of quality standards, which say that if there are problems with the orthotics from their end, they will always replace them. So that's pretty good. So when you're thinking about orthotics and you're trying to work out whether or not you would prefer or you need hard or soft orthotics, best to have a chat with your podiatrist, who's likely the best expert to be advising you on that sort of thing, and we can work out whether or not the type of orthotic that you're going to need is going to be most suitable for your activity, your injury, rather than somebody telling you that a soft orthotic is better than a hard orthotic.